Emmanuel Nwood was a man with a plan, a cunning plan. He had his sights set on a big score. His target? Banco Noroeste, a Brazilian bank. Nwood knew that banks were full of money. He also knew that people in the financial world could be blinded by greed. This was his way in. Nwood was no ordinary con man. He was a former director of Union Bank of Nigeria. He understood the banking system. He knew how to talk the talk and walk the walk. He would use this knowledge to his advantage. On the other side of the world, Banco Noroeste was a respected institution. It had a reputation for stability and success. Little did they know a storm was brewing. A storm in the form of a too-good-to-be-true offer. Nwood had identified his mark, Nelson Sakaguchi, a director at Banco Noroeste. Sakaguchi was ambitious. He was also eager to please his superiors. He was the perfect target for Nwood's elaborate scheme. Nwood knew that to gain Sakaguchi's trust, he needed to be someone important, someone powerful. So he decided to become Paul Ogwuma, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. It was a bold move. Nwood was a master of disguise, or at least a master of voice disguise. He had a way of talking that was both charming and authoritative. He contacted Sakaguchi, introducing himself as Governor Ogwuma. He spoke with confidence. Sakaguchi was impressed. Here was a high-ranking Nigerian official reaching out to him directly. This was an opportunity, he thought, to make a name for himself, to secure a bright future at Banco Noroeste. Nwood spun a tale of a secret project, a new airport in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. This airport, he claimed, was going to be huge, a major hub for international travel, and he wanted Banco Noroeste to be a part of it. The bait was set. Now it was time for the hook. Nwood, still impersonating Governor Ogwuma, offered Sakaguchi a deal he couldn't refuse. Invest in the Abuja airport project, Nwood whispered, and reap the rewards. Think of the profits, Nwood urged. Think of the recognition. To sweeten the deal, Nwood offered Sakaguchi a personal commission. A cool $10 million, deposited directly into his account. All Sakaguchi had to do was approve a series of payments to Nwood and his associates. Sakaguchi was hesitant at first. It seemed like a lot of money. Too good to be true, perhaps? But the allure of the commission, combined with the supposed authority of Governor Ogwuma, proved too strong. In a move that would later become infamous, Sakaguchi agreed to the deal over a single phone call. No due diligence, no background checks, just blind trust in the man he believed to be the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Between 1995 and 1998, a steady stream of money flowed from Banco Noroeste to Nwood and his accomplices. Millions of dollars, transferred under the guise of consultancy fees, contract payments, and other fabricated expenses. Nwood was living the high life. He had mansions, luxury cars, and a reputation as a successful businessman. He was untouchable, he thought. But all good things must come to an end. In 2001, Banco Noroeste's world came crashing down. The bank was in deep trouble. The promised profits from the Abuja airport project never materialized. The airport, of course, didn't exist. Banco Santander, a Spanish bank, was in talks to acquire Banco Noroeste. During their due diligence, they stumbled upon a series of suspicious transactions. Alarm bells went off. The game was up. Section 5. The investigation begins. The discovery of the fraudulent payments sent shockwaves through the financial world. A multinational investigation was launched involving authorities from Brazil, Britain, Nigeria, Switzerland, and the United States. The investigation quickly uncovered the truth. There was no airport project, there was no Governor Ogwuma. It was all a lie, a carefully constructed illusion by Emmanuel Nwood. Nelson Sakaguchi was arrested at JFK Airport in New York. He was extradited to Switzerland, where he was tried and convicted for his role in the scam. Nwood, however, proved to be more elusive. He had gone into hiding, using his ill-gotten gains to evade justice. But the authorities were closing in, the net was tightening. Section 6. Justice prevails briefly. In 2004, after years on the run, Emmanuel Nwood was apprehended by the Nigerian Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, or EFCCC. He was charged with fraud, money laundering, and impersonation. The trial was a sensation. The story of the fake airport and the audacious scam captivated the world. Nwood, once a respected banker, was now a symbol of greed and corruption. In 2005, Nwood was found guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison. His assets, including his mansions, cars, and bank accounts, were seized and returned to Banco Noroeste. Justice had been served, or so it seemed. Section 7, The Aftermath, A Legacy of Fraud. Nwood's conviction was a major victory for the EFCC. It sent a clear message. Nigeria was cracking down on financial crime, but the story didn't end there. In a shocking turn of events, Nwood was released from prison in 2006. He had served only a fraction of his sentence. The circumstances surrounding his early release remained shrouded in mystery. Nwood's legal troubles weren't over yet. He was later involved in a land dispute, accused of using thugs to intimidate villagers. He was rearrested and charged with attempted murder. Nwood's story is a reminder that justice is often elusive. It's a story of greed, deception, and the human capacity for both great and terrible things. Section 8. A global wake-up call. The Banco Noroeste scam sent shockwaves through the global financial system. It was a wake-up call for banks and financial institutions around the world. If a major international bank like Banco Noroeste could fall victim to such a brazen scam, no one was safe. The case highlighted the importance of due diligence, background checks, and robust internal controls. The scam also exposed the vulnerabilities of a globalized financial system. Money could be moved across borders with ease, making it easier for criminals like Nwood to operate and evade detection. The Banco Noroeste case became a textbook example of how not to do business. It served as a cautionary tale for banks and financial institutions worldwide. Section 9. Fighting back, Nigeria steps up. The Banco Noroeste scam was a turning point for Nigeria's fight against financial crime. The establishment of the EFCC in 2003 was a direct response to the growing problem of advance fee fraud, also known as 419 scams, named after the relevant section of the Nigerian Criminal Code. The EFCC, with its mandate to investigate and prosecute financial crimes, has had some success in bringing fraudsters to justice. They have worked closely with international partners to track down stolen funds and extradite suspects. However, the fight against financial crime in Nigeria is far from over. Scammers continue to find new and innovative ways to defraud unsuspecting victims. The EFCC faces an uphill battle, hampered by corruption and a lack of resources. Despite these challenges, the EFCC remains committed to its mission. They are working tirelessly to protect Nigeria's financial system and restore its reputation on the global stage.